Dan is off the team because he sucks so bad, and also Bakugans! I am Haru Ren. Welcome to my review of episode 4 of Bakugan Legends. So, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen this episode yet, go back and watch it now. But if you have, sit back, relax, and enjoy my review of Bakugan Legends, episode 4. So the first part is New Move Blues. The Awesome Brothers are practicing and showing off what they learned to master the Nova Core technique, but you know, when Shun uses baseball to master the technique, he sure doesn't seem to be using baseball techniques to do it. It's the same throwing animation as always.
Yeah, that was the button that ends the live stream.
You should be happy it's over.
Huh?
Now no one out there will see your humiliating defeat.
Emotional damage!
Oh yeah, Dan still can't seem to master his technique as he constantly loses to everyone because he's not getting the desired forms. Oh my god, are we really doing this story again from Evolution? It's actually crap. This is also a rehash of what we did in the first season. Except we gotta do this faster this season because the runtime is shorter.
Oh, okay. We'll just ask Hanoj to wait to destroy the planet. Dan needs more time.
Emotional damage!
So yeah, this episode seems to be focused on trying to get Dan to master the technique because hey, we can't have this guy be the main poster child without having some difficulty. And when Dan tries out all the things that the other Awesome Brawlers have tried and even using sports to figure it out, Dan still sucks. This honestly is actually a pretty good follow-up from the previous episode. While the others found their own way of learning, it doesn't mean you are going to learn the exact same way. Also, what the heck is up with Dan's body proportions here? So Trey returned, voiced again by Amos Crawley, who challenges Dan to a brawl.
So how about it, Denkuzo? Want a Baku brawl with me?
Okay, that dialogue I think could have been shortened to fit the animation. It's obvious that Amos was rushing through that to accommodate the animation. During the battle, Dan would have been dominating the battle, but he's way too focused on trying to do the Nova technique, it almost seems like he's not even battling.
Nova Geogon!
Oh, brother, what is he doing?
So Trey tells Dan to stop being such a tryhard, and Dan, realizing he's been focused on trying to be good at something, he's not having fun with it, which turns out to be the aspect to him mastering the Nova technique. Boring! Like, I get it, that's part of Dan's overall personality and stuff, but damn, this is just cliche, boring, and Mary Sue as hell. You couldn't have had Dan be like, use the spirit of your inner fire, or something like that. Instead, it's just...
And remember, have fun with it!
So I guess Dan inherited Yugi's belief in the heart of the cards powers then. Hey Dan, you're not acting perfect like you're supposed to. Now start acting perfect! Good job, Spin Master! You gave us live-action Mulan! Damn it, you made me reference that movie! The next part is Showdown at Gold Rodeo Park. Dan sees an advertisement for a Wild West theme park that he wants to go to, but Lee and Winton are too focused on training for the Battle Judgment to go. By the way, see if you can analyze this scene where Dan actually convinces them to go.
They have a super special Wild West burger you can only get at Gold Rodeo Park. And if you make a video that's a throwback to the Wild West, it definitely get tons of views. I'm in! Huh? Okay.
So, was Dan actually agreeing with Winton and Leah here, or was he actually trying to convince them to follow him? The animation and the tone of delivery that occurs after Winton and Leah change their minds doesn't add up. Was Dan confused his convincing worked, or that they changed their minds? So they go to the park and it's a ghost town and they find a kid being harassed by a bandit. So pretty much a classic Wild West story.
Easy messing!
God, look at that horse's face. It looks so fake you can have Eddie Murphy voicing it. The sheriff and owner of the park, Raymond, explains that there is a group of thugs trying to buy the park from Raymond, and when he refuses to sell to them, they started harassing him and driving the customers away with Bakugan.
Then what about this commercial?
That commercial is from 10 years ago.
Huh? It's 10 years old?
If that video is 10 years old, then why is it still being aired online? Did Dan find an old video or something? If so, why didn't he check the date for when it was published?
If there's been problems around here, why don't you just call the police and get some backup?
Because this episode needs to exist, you silly.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
No, I got nothing. This is actually pretty funny. Having a Wild West setting and having the main characters act like Wild West characters from John Wayne movies, this makes for funny entertainment. And these costume designs are actually pretty cool looking. Also, Bakugans. Oh yeah, the head guy, Stinky Tom, a clear reference to Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2, runs off after realizing they're fighting the Awesome Brawlers. This kinda made no sense though. We later see he has two Bakugan. One of them is Aqua Serpentis and it gives Dan some trouble. Why would you run off and leave your backup if you not only outnumber them but also outpower them? Make matters worse, he runs and Dan follows him to the hideout of his abandoned mine.
Bakugan, stay! Time for a showdown! Trucks, twist, chaos!
One thing I gotta note about this whole thing, Winston the entire episode after he puts on the costume is still talking in the Wild West accent. Gotta give it to Devin Mack for the detail he puts in the voice acting here.
How do you stop this thing?
We interrupt Bakugan Legends to bring you the PowerPoint version of the minecart scene from Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Behind us!
Huh?
We interrupt Bakugan Legends to bring you Indiana Jones. Winston and Leah beat the other two easy, but Dan lands and finds Stinky Tom in an underground lake. But Dan uses Baku gear. Really wish they gave us the Pirates version in the Legends collection instead of the Aquas version.
Get out of the way, Serpentines!
Did Dan just kill that guy? Just seems like it. But Drago's cannon strikes gold. Stinky Tom and his gang gets arrested, and the episode ends with the Oz Umbrellas getting life passes to a park we will never see again. And such a rush sequence, might I add.
Lifetime passes to Gold Rodeo Park!
Yeehaw!
So that was episode 4 of Bakugan Legends. Let me know what your rating of the show was in the comments down below. This really was just stupid fun. A lot of the stuff kind of made no sense. Dan's Nova Technique mastery doesn't really feel earned. And not to mention, he throws it and hits it once and all of a sudden he's a master at it. But hey, the second part may be filler, but it was the first filler we got that wasn't really so bad. It clearly knew it was just supposed to be stupid fun, that the episode embraced it and gave us a bit of a roller coaster entertainment. Also, Bakuguns! So, this episode gets a high Nova light in the middle. Thank you for watching this review of Bakugan Legends. Be sure to press the like button and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren, and thank God for Rapid Fire. Bye!